All right, good morning, everyone. Man, 10 people already watching. All right, let's see if we can get this working. So I had to restart Ableton just a minute ago. It was frozen, and I couldn't get to you guys. So let's make sure this is live. There we go. Well, no. What is it doing? Let me see something. Are we good, everyone? What's going on with my computer? Tech issues. All right, it says we're live, but let me just double check this. What is going on? Tech issues. Oh, there we go. There we go. Give me 1 second, everyone. Okay. Are we working now? Is everything working? I had to restart everything and everything was frozen. I couldn't see you guys, but I could see the chat working. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day and just verify that everything's working. And let me say hello to everyone. We'll try to do this quickly. Good to see you, Dad. Dad, first on once again. Y'all, my dad's really proud of this. You gotta get on there. Get there earlier. Dad, good to see you. Vicky, good to see you. Rick. So I totally messed up yesterday when I forgot to send the link out. A lot of you joined anyway because you hit the bell notification to let you know when I go live. So my apologies there. So make sure you guys can always email me, text me, whatever, to let me know that I forgot to send something or you weren't added for some reason. Anyway, if you do, somebody knows how to set up the bell notification, then you can let us know. I know how to do it unless I'm on my own stream. All right, so again, good to see you, Vance. Good to see you, George. Marla, what's up, Marla? Good to see you. Awesome. This is going to be fun. All right, we have Rick, Vicky, and I think I got everybody. But if I didn't, please let me know in the chat. Okay, let's dig in and do some more solo piano chords. So you guys have the sheet. It's in the All Access folder, and a couple of really important things related to these chords is I've actually been working on a bunch of new things. In fact, in the All Access folder for this week, notice that there is a new blues in there. I call it the therapy blues because it's an F blues, but it deals with some important things. Like for me personally, I have an issue with my fourth finger in the right hand because of a shoulder issue. I really struggle with my fourth finger at times, and so I'm trying to work through that. And in doing so, I created an etude to help with that. So I don't know if we'll do much of that today, but it is in the folder. So let's dig into these chords. Let me pull up the chords here. I just did finish that etude this morning, and then I came down here, and everything was frozen. So it's going to take me just a second to get situated. And let me pull up the chart for me. Let me pull up one other thing, and then we'll get going here. So I'm going inside the folder for this week, and there are tons of chord voicings and the therapy blues is in there, and also we have this copy of the solo piano chords. So let's dig in. So the first thing is this. On this last lesson, we did 1, 3, flat 7, sharp 9, and sharp 5, like this right here. So 3, 6, 2, and 5. What a great thing. So Marla, this first page, this first measure is gold. I put gold mine in the other lesson, and it's true. Like whatever song you're working on, if it was an intro, you could go bum, bum. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, right? You just go. So troubles will be out of sight. Any key you're in, any song. Wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. 3, 6, 2, 5. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Right, whatever you're doing, whatever song, it's going to work, I promise. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. And so you have these alterations and things. Let's see, is an F natural in bar 2. So in bar 2, it is an F natural. Now, the reason is, Vance, it's a great point. The reason it's an F natural, an F natural in 2 is because we're doing a sharp 9 voicing. Now, this PDF has a mixture of really tense voicings and really beautiful lush voicings. So yes, in this context, it is a D natural. So you have this sound. So but you could go for a really plain thing, but that's what this each measure has its own flavor. Okay, so the other thing you could do, instead of 1, 6, 2 with the sharp 9 with a lot of tension, the very next set of changes has 1, 2, 3, 6, a more pleasant way of doing that. And Marla and anyone that might have you can't reach tenths or you have trouble with tenths, remember, these are ways to get around all of that and play these beautiful voicings that you don't have to have a big stretch to play those. So even this second chord right here where I'm doing A7 with the 13 and the flat 9, notice that the 10th is in there. It's just split between the hands, and that's what I want you guys to understand. Even this right here, when you play that beautiful flat 7, 3, 13, and flat 9, that has the 10th in there, right there. So what we're going to do over this particular this PDF is we're going through each way of doing this, and I think you guys are going to love these extensions. Okay, so again, the first one we're going to do is just a reminder that this is a lot of tension right here on purpose. Like the way I would use this, I think I demonstrated a few standards. I think we did I Can't Get Started. Right here it goes. Right here, 3, 6, 2, 5. Now, Vance, you're bringing up a really important concept here. Is when you do a 1, 6, 2, 5, you can also do dominant, or you can do like Vance was talking about. You could go very vanilla with it. You go 1, 6, 2, and then you could do the 5 there. So I did like major, minor, minor, and dominant, right? Or you can go dominant with the E7, dominant chord, tension, dominant chord, tension, right? And if you understand that, got it in the chat. So let me just check the chat and see how everybody's doing. Yeah, this right here on purpose is all that tension ready to go. And you can go down in half steps even. Let me do that variation, then we'll move on to the next one. So notice that I did this. I did E7 with the sharp 9, sharp 5, and then I went to the A7 with the 13. And then you can go that D7 sharp 9, or you can go down. What's the tritone away from D? It's A flat. So what I did there is I went here, A7, and then watch this. I did the tritone of D, which is A flat. It will always be the tritone of D is A flat. And then I did this chromatic movement. Now, a little fun reminder is that when we do these chromatic descending things, it's because of tritones, a tritone, a sharp 4 away from whatever we were doing. So in this case, we have 3, 6, 2, 5. And then the next thing is we have 3, 6, and then tritone, and we're going to go. Or that's why we do all the tritones all the time. George says the PDF, yeah, it's in, George, you have it in the Chord Academy folder. It's the same one we did the other day. It's this. We have, okay, let's look at the second one. So the second 2 measures is this. We have C major 9, D minor 9, E, and A13, right? So listen, anytime you want 1, 2, 3, 6. I love that sound right there. So let's talk about the formula. 1, 3, major 7, 9, and 5. We have this. Okay, now what we're going to do is put these together in a really nice loop. The second line has this. We have C, D minor, E minor, and then here, this is sort of the money chord right here. An A7 with a flat 9 right here. So, ba, da, da. And then we have 2, 5, 1, 6. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the second line and talk about spelling these chords again. It's really important to go C major 9, 1, 3, 7, 9, and 5. That is a chord formula. You don't have to play the 10th. You just play this right here and D minor, root, flat third of D major, flat 7, 9, 5. And A13 with the flat 9. Listen to that, how nice that voicing is. And it's always about, I'm always thinking melody. No matter what I'm doing, I'm definitely thinking about melody. Watch this, I go D, C, D, E. One, 2, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6. And even if you look at the second line and it goes D minor, listen, like 2, 5, 1 is the most common progression in jazz, right? We all know that. If I do D minor in this voicing right here, D and F and flat 7, minor third, and 5. Yes, it looks like an F triad in second inversion, but watch this, I go. Right, there's my A7 with the flat 13 again. So we have this. So the whole second line would be this. And that is 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. 6. Right? Doesn't that feel good? All right, now, who's ready for the third line? I think it's really important to go over this line right here. And before I do that, I need to check in with you guys to see if you guys are enjoying these chords. Yeah, it feels good. So for me, like if I'm playing, let's dig into one chord at a time for a minute. If I have the chord on the third line is D minor 11. Now, if Marla's still in the chat, you need to know, like, this is our part of our gold mine. Remember that whatever minor chord you play, D minor in the left hand. In the right hand, I just go down a whole step from D and I'm at C major. And listen to how beautiful that is. Right? How beautiful that is right there. So then my favorite inversion is my second inversion triad, which is C. And you stack those two together. Listen to how pretty that is. Now watch the next chord. Now, why does that sound so beautiful? It's partly because you have that 10th that sounds so nice in the middle. Yeah, that's right. Now watch this again. Now I want you to notice here on the third line, I'm doing 2, 5, 1. But I'm putting a C and E with my G triad. Again. And I'm going to put the 6th chord. Now here's where it's really going to freak you out, right? When I go. That's my A7 with the flat 9 and the 3rd. Again, I go. Always thinking voice leading, whatever I'm doing. 2, 5, 1, 6. And notice the chromatic movement there. So just because you have a chart that has 20 voicings on it or more, right? It has all these beautiful voicings. Well, then you just take 1 or 2 measures at a time and you really just dissect them and kind of think, okay, all right, Bob said I could use D minor. I want a really beautiful D minor voicing. Play D, root in the 3rd, and a C with it, C triad. So I could go up and down the keyboard just thinking D minor, I'm going to go D, some kind of D with a C triad. I could play it like this. I could play it like this. For my 5 chord, watch this. I could go here. And you guys know yesterday I was telling you that when I started listening to Oscar Peterson, that was the first. For me, it was I started music school in college, and I remember listening to Oscar Peterson and Bill Evans, but I think it was Oscar first. It was at the Blue Note or something like that. And I kept hearing these things where he played the G like a G, and he would go like this idea on ballads and everything, and taking an E triad and inverting it. I didn't know what it was at the time. I just knew it sounded cool, right? But then I figured out that it was a triad. So E triad, for instance. So and on a G7, you just go up to the 6th note of the G, and it's E. And then by putting a triad, a 6 away from your bass, it gives you that flat 9. It gives you a G13 with a flat 9. It's a beautiful sound. So you have C major. Now let's do this. Let's put our D minor 11. I just did C major with D in the bass and an F even. Okay, so what Marla says is the A flat in the G7 chord is different voicing than you're used to seeing. Yes, now, and even used to probably using. Now, let's break that down just a little bit. So if I was playing a blues, and I'll put it in context of a G7, okay, G7, you can put flat 7, 3, 13, a natural 13, in your G7, and if you want, you can do a full G major chord at the right hand. That's not a bad thing to practice as well. You talk about your chord voicings of two-hand voicings, right? That's a good thing to get under your fingers, even in a big band setting. You just like full on. It's just a G13 straight up. And then what we're saying here is you can go flat 9 by putting an E triad. Yeah, so this right here, just by putting an E triad in my G7, I get this flat 9 sound. And that kind of wants to go here. Now watch this, Marla. This is everyone, this is worth the price of admission, which is free. D minor with a C major, D minor 7 voicing, where I go F triad, second inversion, okay? Now watch, I go here, and watch this voicing right here. So we're here. So on the PDF, Marla, this is measure 1, 2, it's measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Measure 7, the second line. It does D minor, 7, really beautiful. And then watch this. G with the 7, flat 7, 3, 13, and flat 9. And then watch this. Very beautiful, simple C, E, B, D, G. And if you want to go to the 6th chord, just go to the very next chord. You're here. A, flat 7, flat 9, 3, and flat 13. The only reason I play that and played this loop because of voice leading. Da, da, da. I want to show you a few other really things related to this. And if you at least understand that, Marla, what I just demonstrated here about how voice leading really does help us with that. Yeah, can I review line 3 again? Measure, line 3, measure 4, 2, 3. You talking about the D flat? I was going to get there, but I can do it again in a minute. All right, so watch this, everyone. We have this. Vance, can you verify that I also did put this inside the YouTube membership as well, right? Can you just verify that? I thought I did. I just want to make sure. Okay, so the next thing we have is this. All right. Okay. All right. So I hope you're confirming that I did put it in the membership area. I thought I did. I just want to make sure. Okay. So watch this. Okay. Very good. Very important to me to make sure you guys have the right files. All right. So watch this. Voice leading. I go ba ba ba, and I'm looking at line. First, let me finish with this idea of line 2, where it does this thing right here. Da, 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 da. It's sweet to be elite. Yes. Awesome, Vance. All right, watch this. This idea of voice leading. Ba, ba, ba. And then here I go. But Marla mentioned this A flat, and I want to address something very cool here. So if I'm thinking D minor for a minute, we can put an F major 7 for a D minor, okay? And this is where I really need you guys to lock in. Let me pull up the full chat so we can talk about this for a minute. This is where some things are going to start happening that you guys are going to really love. Now watch this. If I do F major 7, F-A-C-E, and I put it even with the E with it, listen to how beautiful that is over D, right? We have, I can play D minor 7 where I go from our block chords. I can go here, which gives me the 9th. I can roll up to it. I can Rick roll that. Hey, I haven't said Rick roll in a while. Now watch this. There's these inner voicings right here. This is where you want to lock in, everyone. F major 7. Watch my inner 2 voicings go down. That gives me a beautiful, amazing, worth the price of admission G13 with a flat 9. And I can even go ba da 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 da. Now, even when I did that at the very end, notice that I had a C major and I did D major over that triad. That gives you that beautiful Lydian sound when you play a C major scale with that F sharp. Let me review that again. Now, we're not done. I need to go. It's 8:33. Since I had a few technical issues, can we go until 45 after? Had been moving one of the inner voicings, not both. All right, yeah, very good, Marla. Now, very important. We're connecting now a couple of different lessons that we've been having. This idea of block chords. I'm going back to Barry Harris again because we're about to get crazy with this stuff. C6, 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 C6. So we know that from a block chord standpoint, and we're not even at drop 2 yet. We're not going to dive in that today. We're going to do a little bit of it tomorrow, but we've already done some drop 2, but I want foundations built right now. So we're talking about this block chord again, where you go C from Barry Harris. All we're doing is C6, doubling the top and the bottom, right? And I go C6, C6, getting that inversion down, these inversions down. So you're learning that sound. The next thing is we have C6 or D diminished. D diminished is 4 notes, D, F, A flat, and B. And I'm doubling the top and the bottom. If you understand that, got it in the chat because it's about to get really amazing here. Okay? So D diminished. And I'm Rick rolling the sometimes up to the diminished notes as well. Now watch this. As practice, right? Now what I'm going to do is the Barry Harris style of going up C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished. Awesome. Good stuff. Looking forward to getting back. Hey, everybody say hey to Sharon. Sharon's been out of town and always tuning in when she can. Sharon, it's good to see you in the chat and so glad that you're listening in the background. Awesome. Everybody say hey to Sharon. Okay, now watch this. So as we put this together, remember that in the email I sent out this morning, we're getting ready for our Christmas boot camp, right? It's happening. And in fact, I'll be sending out a PDF very soon of our Christmas boot camp that we keep adding to it every year. And what's so important about this is I want you guys to be able to play trio piano, which we go over that kind of stuff too, but I also want you to be able to play solo piano, and that's part of what we're doing today. Everybody say hey to Memphis. Memphis is in the chat. Memphis has been active in the chat lately. I'm very, very happy about that. In fact, I've been doing some Memphis trainings recently when I've been demonstrating your licks from your song. So as we tie this up, everyone, it's important to know that this Barry Harris thing, we're not rushing this. I want everybody just to get, you're doing 2 chords, right? C6, and we're doing D diminished. And you're getting used to that sound. So that if I was playing, have yourself a merry little Christmas, let your heart be light. Watch this. Let's do that again. So I could go, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Right? So I had this C6, D diminished. Maybe I wanted to start my intro of the song where I go C6 and I go. Let me do that again. I go C6. So isn't it beautiful that by focusing on small amounts of material, even though I haven't even started out the song yet, I'm thinking C, right here, C major. And then I think as a great filler, you can go to, even on the C chord, I can go here and imply D diminished over that. C major, D diminished. So it's like I'm implying the 5 chord and with the flat 9. And how pretty that is to do that. Now I'm going to show you one more tip as we wrap this up, is you have this idea of G, I said an F major 7. Now this is pro level stuff, what we're doing next. This is your pro level tip. Well, I've showed you a lot of pro level tips for today, but this is really important. If I said you already can do your F major 7, and also we know that we can move those inner notes down, and you have this right here, which sounds like $1 million. Now watch this, G13 with that E on top, and the reason this works, it sounds different than just the D diminished. You put that E in there, and the reason this works is because from the diminished scale, you have an E natural that you can add in there, right? This idea of adding that G diminished in there. Okay, so I'm adding a whole step above this right from the diminished scale, right? So here we are, G, and I add that note, and that's why I can get away with it, because it's part of the diminished scale. So here I am, I'm going C major, and then I can go 2, which is D minor, Now what we're going to do, as we tie this all together, is go back to your sheet. We just said we had this. Let's do that again. So I'm just going 2. Most common progression in jazz, 2, 5. And notice, Marla, this idea of here, 2 to 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. So anytime we know that the most important progression in jazz is 2, 5, 1. So by simplifying our material and saying there's D minor 7, there's G13, and there's 1. That's 2, 5, 1. Now watch this. Yes, Marla, you can always count on Vance. We have Vance-isms. All right, watch this. 2, 5, 1. So for days, I can think 2, 5, 1, 6, and we haven't even started the song. But I can also say G. I can go D minor. That's my F major 7, G13 flat 9, A7. So 5, even over the G, 2, D minor, G13 flat 9, C major 9, A7 flat 9. And maybe I want to go put a little Barry Harris in there, where I go block chords. Oh, there it is. That's why yesterday I said this one sheet is a gold mine, right? Isn't it? Now, I have to go. It's 42, but I have to go another 5 minutes. I'm sorry. If you have to go, I get it. But I want to show you guys two more things. I want to show you the ending that Vance asked about, which is an amazing ending. But also, this idea of D minor, Sharon, Memphis, Dad, Vicky, Rick, D minor, put a C major in there. That immediately gives you an amazing sound, right? This right here. So you have this. And the next one is your E major over your G. You have but I'm not done. Watch this. Okay, this is like everybody lock in right here. Right there. What am I doing, Marla? Marla, this is class here. What am I doing here? 2 chords. What are they? I'm telling you, this is the money chord right here. I said that about the other chords as well, but it's true. It's true. Let's go block chord. I'm gonna go D minor, G13 with a flat 9, and you can phone a friend. You can ask for help in this one. Somebody yell out, what am I doing here? Right here. I know people are answering right now. You're answering and there's a delay always with this. But this is so good right here. Sharon knows about this right here. Two chords, what are they? Okay, now as I'm waiting for your responses, notice once again, I'm only using this material of 2516 and we're digging in with this, and where I want you guys to focus on this week, or the rest of this week, is the second line with this right here. Right? Yeah, so it's D, Well, yeah, in a more simple terms, yeah, both of you have the right idea, but it's just D major. It's D minor with C major. Yes, so Marla's got it. Yes, Marla, absolutely. Marla, you passed the test with flying colors. D minor with C major. And that's what I want you guys to really lock into. Is even this in this inversion, which is root position, right? D minor, simple triad to this. And when you spread that out and you get this, I promise you this. This is my challenge to you. Well, not that anybody just walks into a piano store anymore, but let's say that you walked into a Guitar Center and you just walked over and you did this. You went. Somebody would be like, "Dang, oh, you like jazz? Oh, you're really good." I promise you that. Watch this. You go here. And if you walk into a Guitar Center and you do this, people will be like, "What's going on right there?" That's funny. Jeffrey's the 7th like. That is so crazy. I'm only showing 1 like on my end, but we've been getting to 10. That's sad if we don't get to 10. We have 13 people watching and only 7 likes. That's on me then. Vance says he has test anxiety. No, you don't. You're good. Well, what's up? Everybody say hey to Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. Jeremy, I could be doing a lesson where I'm playing harmonica etudes, and Jeffrey would be on, hanging out. So would Vicky as well. All right, so we're going to wrap this up by doing this last part of the PDF, which I know Vance loves. I even love this so much. I had to remind myself. I'm like, man, I how did I come up with that? I don't even know, but I love it. So at the end of a song, at the end of the song are these loops. You have D minor, you have all these solo piano chords, but the very end, here's a great way to end your song. So you could go of your Christmases. Let's do not I'm dreaming, but what were we just doing? Oh, have yourself. Have yourself. And instead of going to C, you're going to go D flat, F sharp, tritone away. And listen to this chord right here. Now, let's talk about the hands here. So you have C in second inversion, and you have the 6th, the major 7, and the sharp 11 of C. How beautiful is that? You walk into a Guitar Center and just do that. Somebody's going to want to sell you a keyboard, but where else can you go other than a Guitar Center? Can you go into a piano store these days? I mean, I have friends, very close friends, who own a piano store in town. So I'm kind of kidding when I say this, but I'm just saying, where you live, is there a piano nearby, piano store? Listen how beautiful that is. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart, watch this, be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Watch this. So, Vance, back to that first idea. I said, from now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Here's the very first example, the first 2 measures. Dominant, 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 dominant. You see how it works in that context? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I did flat 9 right there. Have yourself, minor, a merry little Christmas. G7, G13 flat 9. make the Yuletide gay. How about block chords? From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Watch this. 3. Through the years, we all will be together. Here it is. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Just bought a keyboard at Guitar Center. Nice. Awesome. Steinway. Very good. Okay. All right. So I don't care which chord you play, but when you walk into your Guitar Center from now on, you're going to do this. You're going to go up and you're going to be like, and then you just hold the sustain pedal and wait for somebody to come over. Even if you have to repeat it, just do it like that. Another chord you can do is you might want to just do this. Walk into your Guitar Center and go. And arpeggiate the top of that. And then no matter what, you could do the first 2 measures. Just walk in there and be like, don't even say anything. Just be like, and hold the sustain pedal and play an E triad if you want. Wait for somebody to come over. And if you're a beginner, we have some beginners in our academies, just do this. D minor and C major. Have you had a good time? I sure have had a good time in our lesson today, even though I had a few technical issues on the front end. And I hope that you guys take a look at the therapy blues inside the membership area. It's an F blues, and it addresses some really important things for my own playing. I'm doing this almost every day. Let me give you guys a quick tip. I know we're done with the lesson, but before I say goodbye, I want everybody to know that it's really important to work your hands every day, right? Work on things that you're struggling with, because as pianists, a lot of times we really focus on our right hand and not as much on the left hand. So I do all these exercises for you, like this one, right, from 50 Days to Flying Fingers, that's going to really help your both hands, as well as these etudes I've been writing out. So I wrote out a couple today, and the F blues is in the folder for this week. So have no worries. And it's also it's not in the membership yet, but I will get that F blues to you guys as well. Here's the thing. Watch this though. So in my own playing, I'll show you this exercise. So you guys know Hannon, if you're classically trained in some way, this exercise where you go up white notes, it's a really good exercise. I do lots of variations even on things like that, but watch this. Here's what I do for my own playing on that one exercise. I'm just doing this 3, 4, 5 because this is one of my things that I have to work on. It's 3, 4, 5. Try that, and maybe I want to see how it is for you guys. So I really have trouble with my 4th and 5th finger. Guitar Center Blues. I like it. All right, fine. Well, I had a no-name blues that we haven't done yet. The Guitar Center Blues. I'm also working on some really cool exercises as well. I have some third exercises that are coming your way as well. Some of them are a little bit tricky, but anyway. All right, I hope you have a great day. Been way too much fun. If somebody's ready for the Christmas boot camp, put Christmas in the chat. Christmas, Marla's ready. George is ready. Jeffrey's ready. Doug says his typing is lame this morning. Hey, you got to work those fingers, Doug. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, your arthritis is kicking in. Doug, that's where I'm going to help with that. Yeah, I understand, guys. I understand the struggle there. And that's why we're going to really work on our fingers. I have some really good exercises that are going to help. And what I'll get on your end is to make sure we really do this. Like, doing those kinds of things is really important. Working both hands at slow tempos as well. All right, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that the next person who joins, I can't wait to celebrate the next person. I don't know who's going to join any of the academies. I recommend anybody starting with the YouTube channel. I think it's a great way to start and get connected. But I can't wait to celebrate that person is whenever that happens. We had, I think we're at 17 or 18 members of the YouTube channel. Our all access group is so awesome. I absolutely love every second I get to teach you guys, and our Chord Academy as well. So thank you so much for your support, and I genuinely mean that. I love to be able to teach you guys. All right, Dad, good to see you. Dad's on first again. I think Dad could be in the middle of his swing on the golf course, and he's going to be first on. He would probably like not putt and be first on, just to make sure. He's on a streak, and he wasn't first on yesterday because I didn't send out the email. That's my fault. Vicky, good to see you. Rick, good to see you. The Gandalf of iMusicAcademy, our fearless leader. We have Doug. Good to see you, Doug. Thank you for being a member. Vance, thank you for being a member, and thank you for my elite members as well. Marla, thank you for being an all-access member and always awesome resident superstar of iMusicAcademy. George, thank you for being a member of Chord Academy and the YouTube channel. George, and I saw Memphis in here. Memphis has been jumping in the chat. Thankful for you. Also, Sharon, good to see you. You know who we're missing now? Over the last day or two, is Hugh come in the chat? I'm gonna check on Hugh. I usually can count on Hugh at the beginning, middle, and end. I'll just check on him and see how he's doing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you had a great lesson. And please remember, if you can't find your chart on this, email me and let me know. Bob at iMusicAcademy or iMusicAcademy1@gmail.com. comment on any of the videos and let me know. But it's all in there, as well as the F blues for today, the therapy blues. You have to go to court. Van says he has to go to court. I hope they don't find you guilty of some kind of chord related issue. Hey, if you do have to go to court, Vance, give him this right here. It'll either help you or if you're not here on Monday, we'll know what happened. Bye, Marla. I can't do a 35-minute lesson, but I try. See you guys.